Another win, Simon. What were you thinking at half time?
Well, I was pleased with the defensive side of what we did in the first half. With the ball, we weren't quite where we'd been in the last few weeks. I thought, I think we completed 60% the first half, and a lot of passes went to ground. So we talked about that at half time and making a few adjustments and changing our mindset as to what we want to do with the footy. And I thought in the second half, you could see from our first set coming out of our own end, the guys really were prepared to roll their sleeves up and roll up the field. And I thought we did that quite easily. And obviously we forced a couple of errors out of Holla in their own end, and that led to a couple of tries. So I thought, the guys really responded to some changes we talked about at half time, and we talked about being patient and the points will come late, and that's how the second half turned out. We scored a couple of nice quick tries, and then we got a couple late. So while we didn't play our best footy in the first half, I thought the way we were prepared to grind out and back our defence, that was the most pleasing part. And we've had a lot of good wins over the past 3 months, but that one rate's up there, even though we didn't play as good as we have in the past.
And Brook Phillips breaking records. I think he's up to 7th now in the all-time point scoring list.
Yeah, look, Bruffy, and again, he midway through that second half, he went over on his ankle, and the medical staff wanted to get him off, but he didn't want to come off. And I said, well, the guy's 35 years old and he's played 500 games. If he doesn't want to come off, leave him on there. And he played, soldiered on for the next 10 minutes, and we got 14 clear, and we brought him off with 7 minutes to go. So again, Bruffy did a fantastic job, and it's real good sign, from a team point of view that one of our senior players is trying to be dragged off by the medical staff because he's got a decent ankle injury, but he soldiered on, and it's a great thing to see, and it's a great example for all our young guys. And in the end, he was pretty instrumental in our win, Bruffy.
Will he be a doubt now after Wembley, or is he?
Well, he said he's not. He said he's going to be fine, but obviously needs to look after it. The good thing is we've got next weekend off, and like I said, Bruffy's been around a long time. He knows what he needs to do to look after himself. And talking to him after the game, he said he'll be fine for 2 weeks' time, which is, again, that's the sort of attitude you want to hear from one of your most senior player.
And obviously, Cass beating Warrington, so still alive, that top 4.
Yeah, we just need, now that Warrington have been beaten, we need them to lose another 2 or 3 in a row. That's the thing. I mean, it doesn't matter who won or lost tonight. We need, now that it's Warrington, we need them to lose again, and then we need to beat them in a couple of weeks' time, and then we can start talking about maybe the top 4. But still, a lot of things have got to fall into our favour, things that are out of our control. So I've said all along, all we can do is keep winning and give ourselves a chance. And we'll have a few days off now. We'll prepare for Wakefield, and if we beat them, we'll see how we're travelling then.
Any more questions?
This run that you've been on, I'm probably going to make you blush here, but I mean, it coincides with you arriving pretty much. How much credit do you take for that, and how much do you pass on to the staff around you?
Oh, look, as far as I'm concerned, it's a club effort. I mean, as a coaching staff, we sat down and we talked about some changes we needed to make, and it's not a matter of me just coming in and saying we're doing this, we're doing that, we're not doing that. It was, some discussions with Luke Robinson and Chris Thorman and Mark Andrews. We made some decisions both defensively and offensively at what we wanted to do, what we needed to change, what we thought was too much of a change, what we thought the guys could handle. There are a number of different things we discussed, and as far as the credit goes, I mean, yeah, sure, the coaching staff collectively decided to make some changes, but the credit's got to go to the players. I mean, when I got here, they were lacking confidence. They had a terrible first half of the season, but we're really lucky that they've bought into the changes we've made. They've knuckled down, they've worked hard, and I'm just really pleased that they've been rewarded with their hard work with some wins. I mean, to think we would have won, whatever it is at the moment, 12 out of 13, 11 out of 12, whatever it is, was, that's pretty. That's sort of dream sort of stuff, but we've been able to do that, and I've said all along the players' hard work. I'm glad that they've been rewarded, and each win we've had, they've gained some confidence, they've gained some belief, and like losing became a habit for them early in the year. Well, winning's become a habit for them now, and you know, we just need to keep ticking along the way we are. And you know, I don't have any problems with the guys during the week. They're preparing well. They're getting their work done. They're getting their individual stuff done. We're doing everything we can to prepare as best we can to win football games, and at the moment, we're getting the results on the weekends. So, the longer we can continue doing that, the better for everyone, really.
Anyone particularly impressed you tonight?
Yeah, I think Darnell McIntosh was outstanding for us again. You know, at both ends of the field. I thought Akuma Tai was outstanding. I thought he really led from the front as far as our middles were concerned. I think Suey played a lot better than he did last week, so he's only going to get better the more he plays over and gets used to, you know, the ruck changes, the different rules and interpretations and the speed. Suey's only going to get better. Him and Akuma are quite tight. They've played together before, so I think they're driving each other at the moment. I think since Suey's got here, there's no doubt about it. Akuma's lifted a couple of notches, and he was outstanding last week, Akuma, and I thought he was just as good tonight. So I think Akuma and you know, I could go through a lot of the guys. You know, they all had it. You know, Jerry did some really. Leroy, the whole team, you know, played their part tonight. But I thought Darnell and Akuma were outstanding.